Thanksgiving with the Goyiiiim. Thanksgiving Wake Movement broadcast special. I'm making more of an effort to contact my eyes with the camera, for I have watched my videos. I have such a hard time watching my videos because I'm overly critical of myself, but this is one thing I have noticed is my lack of eye contact with the screen or the camera. One time when I had to interview for jobs, a sad time, that was my criticism that I received the most, was my lack of eye contact in the interview. And I feel like it's a domineering thing. And when I'm channeling, I'm off in the cosmos. So, it is good that we are here today. We've asked the Rebbe, can we have Thanksgiving with the Goyiiiim? This is so funny. And it's actually really sad. Imagine, like, inviting over, like, one of your friends. Like, oh, can we have Billy over for Thanksgiving? Like, well, is he not one of our race or religion? Well, then no. Just type in, can we have Thanksgiving with the Goy? Thanksgiving. Harmless holiday? Or Shukas Goyiiiim. One of the interesting aspects of being American and living in the Medina Shel Hesed is dealing with secular holidays. A day off from work, more time to learn, and suspended alternate side parking rules were always appreciated. Of these holidays, Thanksgiving is by far the most popular among Yidden, with many keeping Yidden. What the fuck does... there's so much I have to learn still. The fuck is the Yidden? What is the Yidden? A derogatory term used by non-Jews for a Jewish person. Oh, interesting. A Yidden is the plural of Yid, which is a supporter of Tottenham Hotspur FC. Yiddish. Oh, so you're a Yiddish person. Okay. I could have put that together on my own. Sorry. Continuing. Thanksgiving is by far the most popular among Yidden, so the Jews, with many keeping some semblance of observance, generally as a way of saying thank you and showing a form of hakaras ha-tov to our host country. You see, they have host countries. So if you're not the host, then what are you? I'm not going to say parasite because that sounds bad, but it means that in that relationship you have a host, and then what? The shark or a whale is the host, and then the moray eel is the parasite that feeds off of it. And I don't want to I'm not calling yids, new word, parasites, but what? That's the way they put it. Our host country. Why don't they go back to... They could all go to Israel right now. Although I'll agree that showing Hakaras HaTov, let's see what that word means. Hakaras HaTov. Tov is the Tov. I think it's the last word in the Hebrew alphabet. It's a Hebrew term for gratitude. It means recognizing the good. Well, that's beautiful. Okay. So, giving thanks. Okay, that's beautiful. Okay. Hakaras HaTov, giving thanks, is prudent. On the other hand, it is well known that many contemporary poskim were very wary of any form of actual thanksgiving adherence. Poskim is a legal scholar who determines the position of halakha. Halakha is the interpretation of Jewish law, I'm pretty sure. Jewish law and jurisprudence based on the Talmud. And we don't even need to go into the horrible stuff that the Talmud says. We just go straight to the Torah. It is well known that many contemporary poskim were very wary of any form of actual Thanksgiving observance. This article sets out to explore the history and the halakhic issues of this very American holiday. Why Thanksgivings? Blah, blah, blah. Massachusetts. Oh, look into this gentleman named Giuliani, not Mayor Giuliani, but another Giuliani, who talks about the influence of the culture of the Jewish people in the very forming, especially through Masonry, which I think is obvious, of the forming of the United States, and how they talked about it as the new Israel, Jerusalem, or to be used to create Israel. Hukas Hagoyiiim. Let's look. What does that mean? I swear, I almost want to learn Hebrew. I'm studying Hukas is a prohibition in Judaism of imitating Gentile manners in their dressings and practices. That is so fucked up. It comes from the Torah commandment, you shall not follow Gentile customs. Leviticus. Modern life has created many dilemmas on what constitutes a violation of this prohibition, and there's ongoing debate on this topic. For example, can a Yid attend Thanksgiving dinner or Mother's Day observance without violating this prohibition? So, the Talmud deals with this topic in Avodah Zorah is the name of the tractate of the Talmud located in Nezikin, the fourth order of the Talmud, dealing with damages. The main topic of the tractate is laws pertaining to Jews living amongst Gentiles, including regulations. When it describes the Gentile custom of burning the bed of a king after he has died, a similar debate is raised about Gentile custom of beheading criminals with a sword. Both of these mentions believe that burning a king's bed or beheading a criminal do not violate the Torah commandment, since these acts are not specifically Gentile laws. Yeah, the beheading of those who violate the Noahide laws. Rambam, also known as, more affectionately known as a Rambam, writes, the should be distinguished from the Gentile and distinct in his dress and his accents, just as he is distinguished from them in his knowledge and his understanding. Maharik believed that the Gentile customs that are prohibited are those who have no inherent justification because they are suspected of being related to Gentile religions. The second category of prohibited customs are those that depart a Jew from humble ways that a Jew should conduct himself. You must humble yourself and not show off your riches in front of the Gentile. Thus, Maharik believed that the Talmudic discussion about burning a king's bed has a logical explanation and is therefore excluded from biblical prohibition. Sefer HaHinuch writes about this topic. One who separates himself from all Gentile behavior and mannerism and applies all his thought and his heart to G-D to understand his wondrous ways is rewarded in that his soul will abide with all that is good and his seed will inherit the earth. Inherit the earth. So there's no such thing as this people of this religion and race coming to seeking for world domination. When it says if you abide by this, by not behaving like a Gentile, that the seed will inherit the earth. This is interesting. The majority of the opinion believes that the biblical prohibition is about all non-Jews. However, halakha does not consider Islam as idolatry like it does Christianity, and therefore Muslims are not subjected to the prohibition. Regardless of whether Christianity is idolatrous or not, they do view it as idolatrous. Almost all rabbis believe that following Christian customs falls within the biblical prohibitions. So, for those Yids who celebrate both Christmas and Hanukkah, this is a grave sin. So this is just interesting stuff. Tom, welcome to the chat. Sorry for retracting your messages, but you were here in spirit. Let us go through some of our current events we have going on. Here's Christ Cuck Pastors who puts up this fire all the time.
You come in contact with them, to every Jew, there's an obligation from Hashem to be holy. Holy means mufdal, separated from the nations. The less you come in contact with them, the better it is for you. The less your children are exposed to their culture and to the way they dress and the way they talk and the way they eat and the way they behave and their opinions, which is the worst, the ideology.
Our opinions are the worst.
Is so rotten and so wicked, it will contaminate your soul to such level that chas v'shalom, maybe a few years from now, you're going to stand and say, it's a wonderful development to humanity to be a gay. Once you go over there and you begin to admire their culture, you mix with them, you mingle with them, you become very educated, you become a rasha. That's reality. Everywhere I go, I see the same thing. It's not one or two. This is the way it is. To every Jew, there's an obligation from Hashem to be holy. Holy means mufdal, separated from the nations. The less you come in contact with them, the better it is for you. The less your children are exposed to their culture and to the way they dress and the way they talk and the way they eat and the way they behave and their opinions, which is the worst, the ideology.
So, Rabbi, I believe it was Rabbi Mizrahi who was asked, or who responded to a question. Somebody asked him, he's like, can you eat Thanksgiving with the goy? And he emphatically says, we cannot eat turkey with the goy. Uh-oh. Yeezy headquarters.
About me asking him to be my vice president. I think that was like lower on the list of things that caught him off guard. It was.
Who's he with? Yeezy update.
I think the thing that Trump was most perturbed about, me asking him to be my vice president, I think that was like lower on the list of things that caught him off guard. It was the fact
Trump was asked by Kanye to be his vice president. Who is this guy right here with this very suspect haircut and this very suspect suit? And just look at his face right here. I feel like they're just using Kanye. Tell me this isn't the face of somebody who's just. Look at that face, bro. He's hanging out with Nick Fuentes, who we all know is just the worst. Let's go on.
That I walked in with intelligence. So Trump is really impressed with Nick Fuentes. And Nick Fuentes, unlike so many...
Trump is impressed with Nick Fuentes. Why? This is just clown world.
Many of the lawyers and so many people that he was left with on his 2020 campaign, he's actually a loyalist. When he didn't know where the lawyers is, you'll still have your lawyer list. And when all the lawyers said, forget it, Trump's done, there are loyalists running up in the White House, right? And my question would be, why when you had the...
My question is this guy's facial expressions, bro. Look at him. Who is this guy? Is he high on crack?
Trump's done. There are loyalists.
Look at those facial expressions.
In the White House, right? And my question would be, why, when you had the chance, did you not free the January Sixers? And I came to him as...
That's a great question. He freed Pollard, who is a traitor who not too long ago would get hanged for treason for giving away our atomic weapon energy secrets to Israel. Instead, he was let go and received with a hero's welcome from Netanyahu.
Someone who loves Trump, and I said, go and get Corey back. Go and get these people that the media tried to cancel and told you to step away from. He basically gives me this would-be mob-esque kind of story.
Roger Stone is the biggest creep ever.
The media tried to cancel.
The dude had an advertisement in the paper that he paid for, trying to get men to bang his wife so he could watch. Look, I do like that jacket.
Cancel and told you to step away from. He basically gives me this.
And Alex Jones. I mean, I'm not about banning people, but I mean, the less of an Israeli shill that we have, but we get it from both sides anyways, so.
Would be mob.
Bring back Alex Jones 2 years after 9/11. Then after the 3-year mark, I think he got somehow compromised. Probably hooked up with transgender women. They got him on video.
Esque kind of story. Talking to some kid from the south side of Chicago trying to sound mobby or whatever. He goes into the story about all that he went through to get Alice Johnson out of jail and how he didn't do it for Kim, but he did it for me. But then he goes on to say that Kim is a... You can tell her I said that. And
I just can't get over this guy's hat that he's wearing. This is like...
thinking like...
Why is he wearing NASA stuff? We all know that NASA is a Masonic misinfo, total misappropriation of funds for a bunch of BS. And we all know that we can't travel in outer space. No, I'm joking. But we know that NASA is total. I mean, what's the biggest ripoff? The military-industrial complex. Big Farm, And then Nassau's got to be like in a close third. Am I missing one?
That's the mother of my children. Since we know, and all the Christians in America that love Trump know.
Look at this is your average Trump supporter. Jesus is my savior. Trump is my president. Both cults.
That Trump is a conservative. We're going to demand.
And this just showed it so much how the Bible has been used to brain fuck. St. John's Church Parish House. Trump has never been inside there. Trump couldn't recite one line out of this Bible for us. Not that that's a good thing or a bad thing, but it's how he's playing on these dumb these evangelical Christians.
We're going to demand that you hold all policies directly to the Bible.
Does he have a broken arm?
Demand that you hold.
Oh no, that's how they'd be wearing their. He's wearing like a blacked out Adidas bag. He's kind of been. The first tweet that he posted when he came back was shalom. I mean, he's trolling, but it's not helping because what? Oh, he thinks that the black Hebrew Israelite thing is no better than Jewish supremacy or white supremacy. All supremacy is gafunked. And I'm just so stupid. I didn't realize that Jewish people don't identify as white until I was like 40 almost, 37. And then I always forget my second point. Second, I didn't know that. We'll come back to
hold all policies directly to the Bible. When Trump started basically screaming at me at the table, telling me I was going to lose, I mean, has that ever worked for anyone in history?
You're going to lose. Tell him he's going to lose.
I'm like, well, hold on.
Dog, we're going to do it. I know this is a little bit beating the horse, but we are going to go close in on this guy's face. Because I have never. Look at this dude's face, bro. Tell me that's not a normal look. What in the actual... Who is this guy? I should know who this guy is. Is that a normal face to make when you're interviewing somebody? That cannot be. That cannot be.
Table telling me I was going to lose. I mean, has that ever...
you see that?
In history?
You're going to lose. Tell him he's going to lose.
I'm like, well, hold on. Trump, you're talking to Ye.
Perfect.
This is sad. Alright, so I hope you enjoyed that moment of time. This was in the news. Dog, I've always... Oh, sorry. Dog, this is crazy. I've always been scared of these things. Look at this shit. These people, get off the thing. And this one person stays on. Why? Bam! And what are people doing just watching? Fuck. Skiing is fucking scary, dude. Alright, now going through some more news. Oh! Andrew Tate.
They're literally barely sentient individuals. If I was the kind of person, if I was walking around with a mask on and screaming at my fellow man in supermarkets, and I've now realized...
Fuck Andrew Tate. I just can't even stand him. He's horrible. We got Black Friday going up tomorrow. So it's where we celebrate black people. No, it's not.
Now known as Ye, is one of the best-selling musical artists in the world. He's also in recent years become a celebrated and
Kanye
very highly
posted
paid
this.
fashion designer. And of course, for a decade, he was well known to TV audiences as an in-law of the Kardashian family. But it's West's latest incarnation as a kind of Christian evangelist that brought us to his office and
Marilyn Manson and Kanye West have been doing these things. And Justin Bieber.
Flair and glory is ours.
Your father left it to you for a reason.
Excuse this.
If they want my company,
So, tell me,
to fight me for it.
tell me,
Kanye West brought back his Sunday service on Halloween, but the choir concert was not without controversy. Kanye, who legally changed his name to just Ye, hosted the popular service on a rooftop and had a number of guests in tow, all dressed in white. Roddy Ricch and Justin Bieber joined the Flashing Lights rapper at the helm. Justin gave a blessing and performed during the event.
God, thank you for your people. Thank you for your people. Thank you that you leave the 99 for the one. Thank you that you never leave us or forsake us. Thank you that we could never be more loved than we are right now in this moment.
He and the choir sang a number of songs off his new album, Donda, which was released earlier this year, including Hurricane, Come to Life, and No Child Left Behind. But it was the attendance of Marilyn Manson that drew criticism. The rocker was right by the gold digger rapper's side throughout the special service, which was live streamed on Triller and Fight TV. The decision to have Marilyn Manson front and center has sparked further backlash, as he has been accused of sexual assault and violent behavior from more than a dozen women. Manson has denied the allegations, and Ye seems to remain aligned with the disgraced singer. This was their second live appearance together after Kanye invited him on stage during the Chicago listening party for Donda in August. But their relationship isn't going over well with fans. Marilyn Manson at Kanye West's, aka Ye's, Sunday service doesn't sit right with me, one Twitter user wrote. Man, this Ye, Bieber, and Marilyn Manson cult/Sunday service is super weird. Too creepy, even for Halloween, another person said. Kim Kardashian did not appear to be supporting her ex at this weekend's event as she has in the past.
well, Evan Rachel Wood alleges, why the fuck would you make this up? Marilyn Manson made her drink his blood in new doc, Phoenix Rising. Evan Rachel Wood shared more horrifying, harrowing accounts of her relationship with ex-fiancé Brian Vaughn, aka Marilyn Manson. The actress and activist says Manson made her drink his blood, hits her with a swastika-adorned Nazi whip, and shocked her private parts. You think that somebody would make that up? There will come a time when I can share more about the events of the past year. Until then, I'm going to let the facts speak for themselves, Manson tweeted. I don't want to go into that much more because that is sick as shit. Oh, and Justin Bieber. Justin Bieber slowed down. What do you mean? That was but satanic. Justin Bieber apparently has a Satan complex. Oh no, you could just look this up and find it anywhere. And I should be looking it up on my channel. Hang in there, my little lovelies. This will be well worth it. Yeah. It's funny how when you put up Illuminati, they have an Encyclopedia Britannica tries to tell you how the Illuminati isn't a thing. Whenever they have a banner underneath something, you should know what they mean. Oh, this is horrible. What's it? Justin Bieber, slow down. Satan. Maybe it's not What Do You Mean? Maybe it's another video. I'm sorry. This is live, and we're just rolling with it. Oh, fuck. They buried it. Just look it up. British priest reacts to God as a woman.
Jerry, it's only November. This Wawa peppermint.
It takes a while to go through this shit.
And this is Jolly.
Yeah. Okay.
We're gonna have words, Ariana. Let's have I'm interested to see it. I haven't seen it.
This feels a lot like sitting down to watch an R-rated movie with your parents.
Isn't it funny? Like, this is the first Jolly. I'm a little nervous.
Yeah.
Because I feel like...
Yeah. Think how the kids feel. Think how the kids feel.
Because thou shalt not judge. And yet, when someone comes out with something that sounds a little like theologically controversial, what am I going to do? I'm a priest, right? So I'm probably going to give an opinion.
But it's that judgment, though.
Well, I think we're called, you know, the Bible is clear.
We are already in deep.
That the Bible is clear that those who are in the sense of teaching have a right to reprove and rebuke and lovingly guide those who aren't.
I hate that collar. I'm never going to wear my collar again. It just makes me sick. Justin Bieber, slow down. Satanic messages. Did they just totally scrub it? There we go. Where are you now?
Justin Bieber's new music, Dancing in Paint, and pays homage to his fans by showcasing all sorts of creative artwork. If you blink, you'll miss some of the most standout artistic moments, like the message to Selena, which reads, quote, "Where are you now, Selena?" The Beats also gives a shout.
Yeah. Yeah. This is so that was like this they were trying to show him, look how fucking this is fucked up, guys. I go to the bathroom. There's no denying how fucked up this is.
Introducing the most
Hang in there.
comprehensive protection in travel.
So, I mean, that's who Kanye West is doing his church with. Marilyn Manson and Justin Bieber. I mean, you think that guy is really authentically, and even if you are authentically Christian, we already know that what it is just pretty much just Satan worship disguised. Christ is Lord says Jesus is King. Sorry. Fools. Where are you now that I need you? I hope everybody had a joyous Thanksgiving. I don't know if this is real or not, but look at this. Let me zoom in so that y'all can see it. White birthing women are terrorists. I don't hope this isn't real. The terror unleashed on the world by white women and their insistence on producing white babies continues to plague black communities and keeps them from succeeding. Was this written by a black woman named Alex Goldberg? It's horrible. In other news, did you know that Rastafarianism is totally Masonic? HIM Haile Selassie carries many Masonic orders, titles, and symbols. During the final 4 years of his life, Marcus Garvey, one of the most influential figures of the Rastafarian movement, turned even more emphatically toward the Masonic ideal based on secret knowledge. Other features shared with the fraternal orders included solemn oaths and binding pledges, special degrees of chivalry, such as the Cross of African Redemption, Knight of the Sublime Order of the Nile, and Knight of the Order of Ethiopia. Leonard James Percival Howell, Gong Guru Maharaj, was also a Mason, a high mystic, and world traveler. Joseph Nathaniel Hebert was a member of the Ancient Order of Ethiopia Masonic Lodge. I also posted recently this week that ADL is in fact the biggest threat to our quote-unquote democracy, because what we have is a oligocracy, a duopoly, quite far from a democracy. And then Nick Fuentes says that we should have a monarchy run out of Rome with the Pope at its head. Homosexuality is part of Jewish traditions, this article says. Reading, we find. In any case, intimate relationships between men existed in Jewish communities and apparently were also common. Jewish communities in the Ottoman Empire, same-sex relations were rather common. Moreover, until the modern era, grown men who had a need for the favors of the youths did not have a negative image in Jewish society. This here post is very telling. Bush in office, an Israeli flag, united we stand. 9/11, never forget. Bombs dropping out of the plane. Obama in office, Israeli flag in the center. Forward. A hope. Israeli bombs being dropped. Trump in office, make America great again. Israeli flag, bombs being dropped. Biden in office, Black Lives Matter. rainbow flag LGBTQ plus bombs being dropped. See the same ship setting forth on its goal, despite the left or the right. This guy's horrible.
Dawood alayhi salam was a Jew. Solomon, Jew.
Yeah, but they had the ideology of Islam.
No, they didn't.
So all the prophets.
What are you talking about?
So all the prophets that were Jewish, they all.
The Jews have always lived in that land. Always. Like Dawood alayhi salam was a Jew. Solomon.
David, Solomon, all fictional characters. And then this Arab, I mean, isn't right either.
Jew.
Yeah, but they had the ideology of Islam.
No, they didn't.
So all the prophets.
What are you talking about?
So all the prophets that were Jewish, they all had the ideology of Islam.
So you're saying the Jewish prophets are Muslim and that
This guy is horrible. He said something about Adam.
Palestine is Muslim land.
Yeah, because
Look,
you
can't steal our prophets and you can't steal our land. The Jews.
You gave them their prophet. The Jews gave Christians their prophets. Look, you can't steal it. You wanted them to. That guy is insufferable. Earlier this week, I thought about coming back to Christianity to be a crypto, but I can't even fake it. I came across this. According to Jewish tradition, the date Adam and Eve were created in the Garden of Eden was October 7th, 3761 BC. They believe that in 3000 AD, which is only like in 200 years, that the Mashiach will be the Moshiach age will be upon us. But this is the fucking teaching. According to Jewish tradition, the day Adam and Eve were created in the Garden of Eden was October 7th, 3761 BC. The modern Jewish New Year is based on this date. Rosh Hashanah, the Jewish New Year, falls on the Hebrew calendar dates of 1 and 2 Tishrei, which is Libra. They believe that Adam and Eve were created in the Garden of Eden in 3761 BC. We have archaeological evidence going back to humans being alive 30,761 BC. Here's a quote from Martin Luther King. Probably more than any other ethnic group, the Jewish community has been sympathetic and has stood as an ally to the Negro in his struggle for justice, said Martin Luther King Jr.'s handler. You know what? You're right, MLK. You should do what Jon Stewart said, which is that you guys should get together and get whitey. And then in a previous one, he said, you know what? Us white people ruin everything. So what are you, white, Jon Stewart Leibowitz? Or are you Jewish? And they play this game all the time when they write these posts that say, dear white people, and then look at the last name, Stein. So they play the white card when they try to bring them down. So nefarious. Here are the black Hebrew Israelites out in force. We are the real Jews. That's so pathetic. Black Hebrew Israelites out in force today chanting, "We are the real Jews," and time to wake up as they march toward the Barclays Center in support of Kyrie Irving's return. Something very cool today was that Kyrie Irving wearing Skechers. Nets Kyrie's, no, I guess it's not true. Net star Kyrie Irving's viral Sketcher meme doesn't hold water after his shoe reversal. There was a picture of him wearing Skechers, and I guess that's not true. Oh well. Alright, so the rest of the stuff I already covered. Why is Tom messaging and then retracting? The prayers of Cold Nidre are so fucked up. May all our oaths be not. Yeah. Check out the actual text for the prayer sometimes, I know. L'chaim. Alright, Levi, I love you, brother. And I love you all for tuning in to this stream. It has been quite the mitzvah. I hope this goes through because this one got a little bit controversial. May we not let this ruin our existence, but it's good to be hip to it. Let us be brave and bold. Our exposure of this is me looking at the camera. And let us be the light. Let us be the best host that we can. That's fucked up that they even say that. That they call it, like, wherever they live, they call it a host nation. I think that should be just clipped right there. Holy shit. Alright, Tom, I'm sorry that you keep on retracting your messages. I wish I would have seen them. This is a free speech zone on my channel. Wake movement. And I love you very much.